Now, this right here is some deep Diddy shit. Read the headline and read what's right below it. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so just stay with me. Now, Alfredo P. Gonzalez is a member of the Sinaloa cartel. He is currently serving time in Colorado. Now, he filed a lawsuit back in August against Diddy for $666,000 because he says that Diddy caused him reputational damage that cost him his contacts in New York for his illicit business. Now, the judge quickly dismissed this suit because you can't sue for losing money for illegal activities, but
isn't that crazy? The cartel are so powerful where they don't care that what Diddy paid them for or owes them for is illegal. They're trying to sue anyway. That's how powerful the cartel is. Everybody coming in, make sure to hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at and drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Start is over. Let's go.
Now, this right here is some deep Diddy shit. Read the headline and read what's right below it. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so just stay with me. Now, Alfredo P. Gonzalez is a member of the Sinaloa cartel. He is currently serving time in Colorado. Now, he filed a lawsuit back in August against Diddy for $666,000 because he says that Diddy caused him reputational damage that cost him his contacts in New York for his illicit business. Now, the judge quickly dismissed this suit because you can't sue for losing money for illegal activities, but let me talk to you about what's in the lawsuit.
Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. We got Baltimore. We got Detroit. We got East Baltimore. We got Milwaukee. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at and drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat.
So according to Alfredo, Diddy's people reached out to him saying that he wanted to set up a deal with the Sinaloa cartel. And they responded with, "We're always happy to help supply party favors to the rich and famous." But then he was told that they weren't looking for those types of substances. They wanted young boys and girls for a party in New York.
Uh-oh.
And he responded with, "We don't get into S trafficking. There's no money to be made there." Apparently, they continued to press, offering Alfredo to be able to come and watch these parties. He said he wanted no part of this, and they threatened him with how much power that Diddy had on the streets and that they were going to make his life hell. Now, remember, you're talking about a cartel member, so he said he didn't really care what...
Wait. They're telling a person that is a part of the cartel that Diddy is going to make their lives bad? What? Who does Diddy think he is? Come on, y'all, hit the like button, hit the like button. Y'all are not hitting the like button. I know y'all just came in and it's okay. And I'm not mad, but as you come in, hit the like button. Let's get this video or this live stream to 2,000 people. But I need y'all to keep hitting the like button to bring in more people. Everybody hit the like button if you don't mind, please and thank you. Hit the like button.
Diddy's people had to say, and he wasn't worried. Bring it on. Well, this lawsuit basically claims that because of what Diddy did, defaming his reputation, that he lost a lot of key contacts, which caused his profits to drop substantially, specifically in New York. Anyways, we're going to keep covering this. Hit that follow button if you don't already.
All right, we got to talk about this real quick before we get to the next video, because I got so many different videos. There's so much that done came out in the last 24 hours. It's so much going on. But I want y'all to think about the audacity of Diddy to actually say something like that to somebody that is a member of the cartel. If you don't do what Diddy says, Diddy is going to do A, B, and C to you. See, this is the reason why Diddy's in jail right now. We all have done stupid stuff, wrong stuff, illegal stuff, unethical stuff, whatever. We don't stole, we don't did something stupid, right? But the problem is we stopped stealing or doing the thing after we did it. Diddy, to this day, is still doing crazy stuff. This man has actually been thinking that he has been untouchable all this time. At some point, you got to stop selling drugs or whatever it is that you're doing and go change your life. Like, what is wrong with this freaking dude? Hit the like button to the new people. Hit the like button to the new people. Subscribe to my channel to the new people. Subscribe to my channel to the new people.
Okay, look at it like this.
All right, so right now, this is Suge Knight. This is Suge Knight talking about some of this stuff. Also, shout out to Tasha K, because Tasha K posted this.
I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts.
Whenever somebody says, yo, I ain't no whistleblower, they're about to blow a whistle.
There. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him.
You
You're
had
right.
guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Okay, but you had a guy named Tubby, used to work for Interscope. This guy's job was to bring underage girls and have sex with employees and other artists, to the point where his friend got caught up with the same thing. How they raided Puffy House for sex trafficking, they raided his friend house for sex trafficking.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He never was.
Just so you know, Suge Knight was over death row, and Suge Knight was actually the one that was sitting in the car with Tupac the night he got riddled with bullets. And now he is in prison, probably for the rest of his life, for a lot of other things, because Suge Knight kept doing stupid stuff like after, he got away with a lot of things. So that's the person talking, Suge Knight, which was the CEO of Death Row.
Sure. Can you say something? Can you say something
you really
positive?
Look at the whole situation.
Because you only got.
Everything I'm saying is positive. And I got to hand him a call right back.
All right, Suge, you call back. Do you think?
Like that.
Do you think that Diddy?
He can do so.
Do you think Diddy knows enough that it's a very delicate balance that maybe investigators will want to know these other names and greatly reduce his exposure to criminality, to time, versus what people would do to keep him quiet?
Spill the tea. What are you hearing about Diddy's eating?
Well, I got an inside source there at MDC, and if they knew who it was, they'd really plot. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind. And one of the things they do is they stop eating. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein.
Just for the record, did he have anxiety when he was doing all these heinous, terrible things to women and men? Did he have anxiety then? Was he able to eat then? Because speaking of not being able to eat, virtually every artist that has ever been on Diddy's label wasn't able to eat because Diddy did not pay them, including Biggie's mom. She wasn't able to eat because Diddy made all of the money not off of Biggie, but off of Biggie's death, and didn't give his mother a dime. And then Diddy was so terrible where he literally deleted Biggie, allegedly, and then went on tour with his wife's, with Biggie's wife singing background vocals. So I want y'all to think about this. For those who never really thought about this, Diddy was so crazy and so demonic where he literally deleted Biggie and then got Biggie's wife, who is Faith Evans, to sing backup vocals for I Miss You Biggie song. And then on top of that, according to the book, and a lot of people are saying the book is fake, I don't believe the book is fake, because everybody that's coming out talking about the book is fake, they don't want the real truth to come out. Yes, I mean Diddy's kids. Kim Porter's kids don't want the book to come out. Why? Because one, nobody wants to hear the secrets between, what their parents are doing. So it's probably a little nasty, but at the same time, they know Diddy deleted their own mother. So they, to a certain degree, are complicit with everything Diddy did. But if that's your father and your father got all this money, I know if it was me, I would have been like, I'm not messing with you. I don't want none of your money because I see what you're doing. Do you not realize that Diddy's kids seen all of this stuff? It's even out there that 2 of Diddy's sons were doing these freaky parties along with Diddy. They were in Atlanta. I think it was King Combs. I'm in Atlanta. King Combs was orchestrating Diddy type of parties in Atlanta. So of course they're trying to say that the book is fake. The book is not fake. They just don't want the book to come out because it makes them complicit with all of this stuff Diddy is doing. So for anybody who thinks or says that, how dare you talk about the book, or why don't you stop posting about Kim Porter? Let me tell you something. Kim Porter was complicit. Because in the book, Kim Porter was right there when they were talking about getting rid of Biggie. Kim Porter was right there when Diddy was working on trying to get rid of Tupac. So think about this. Kim Porter was right beside Biggie, right beside Diddy when he got rid of Tupac. She was right beside Diddy when he got rid of Biggie. The only reason why Diddy got rid of Kim Porter was because a decade later, she finally got tired of Diddy and tried to pull away from him. So Kim Porter was in all those freak offs, was doing all of the crazy stuff, sleeping with all of the stars, just like Diddy was. She was okay with Diddy doing all of the gay stuff. So for anybody who gets mad at me for talking about all this stuff, Kim Porter was complicit with Diddy. Diddy's kids are complicit with Diddy. So what I say to all of this is, if you down with Diddy, no matter who you are, including Diddy's kids, older kids, not the younger kids. Because like I said, his kids are grown. They are in it with Diddy. They were at Diddy's house when Diddy's house got raided. They knew about the tunnels. They knew about the deaths, including their own mother. They knew about all of this. So F Diddy and F them older kids, not the young kids, the older kids. F them. That book is real. And then some of y'all may say, well, Albie Shore came out and said the book is fake. Well, one, Albie Shore did not say the book is fake. He said the book was embellished. And the part that he said was embellished, because he did not say it was fake, was when the part where him and Diddy was in the bed together. So of course, any man is going to be like, no, it's wrong. I ain't do that. Understand? If I'm in some book and I did something crazy, I'm be like, that wasn't me. They lying. So I just wanted to say that to all the people who think Diddy's book, Kim Porter's book is fake, and y'all mad at me for posting it. Let me tell y'all something. The reason why I'm talking about this so much, the reason why I'm posting excerpts from the book all over the place, is because we need Diddy to continue to stay in jail. According to about 4 different people I talked to that did Fed time, when you get denied bail, you can have another bail hearing. and another bail hearing and another bail hearing and another bail hearing. Which means if we don't stay on Diddy's neck, it's a good possibility that Diddy may at some point get bailed out. So I am staying on Diddy's neck. I want the public outcry to be so loud where whether it's a judge, whether it's a prosecution, I want them to see these videos. I want them to hear about how terrible Diddy is and all of these Diddy stories. I don't want Diddy to go free. I want Diddy to snitch on Lear Cohen. I want Diddy to snitch on Lucian Grange. I want Diddy to snitch on all these people. So if you down with Diddy, if you don't like me talking about Diddy, you can get out of here. Because I have a vendetta for Diddy and people like Diddy. Now, Diddy ain't did nothing to me, but he did do something to my childhood. I remember the day that I had to sit here and listen to my ex-wife, girlfriend at the time, cry her eyes out because they killed Tupac. And then turn around and cry her eyes out again because they killed Biggie. I'm like, yo, you don't even know this dude. So I was not there, but I was somewhat of a, I would say, impartial witness of all the stuff that freaking Diddy did to all of us. We're still here. We didn't go through the things Cassie went through, but to a certain degree, indirectly, we felt some of this pain also. So F Diddy and F whoever stands beside Diddy, including his grown kids. Let's keep going. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the freaking like button. Y'all tell me what the likes are at. Y'all got me pissed off. Y'all tell me what the likes are at. What are likes? Tell me what the likes are. And if you have not hit the like button, and about 200 more people just came in, so I'm not mad at anybody who have not hit the like button, but to the 200 people who just came in, please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. To the 200 people, all right, we had 122 likes. We had 400 people in here so we need 300 likes. 400 people, we need 300 likes. Please and thank you. So take a second, hit the like button. We got so much to go over. Let's go. We are 167 now. All right, there we go. There we go. You know what? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are hitting the like button. So keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. Let's go. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all. Wait, what is this?
People every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. There's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's like it's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well.
Diddy was just hit with another lawsuit. This woman named Adria English filed a lawsuit against Diddy for trafficking. She explained how her and her boyfriend auditioned for a modeling gig for Diddy's Sean John clothing line. She alleged that her boyfriend and another model were asked to perform oral on Diddy in order to get the job. She explained that her boyfriend turned Diddy down, but then he would get a second chance to work with Diddy as long as Adrian went to the party and performed as a go-go dancer. Her and her boyfriend agreed to work at one of Diddy's famous white parties in the Hamptons in 2004.
She was kind of fine. Shout out to her. Sheesh. And I'm not going to say hit the like button, but I need y'all to say hit the like button in the chat, and I'm just going to share it. That will keep me quiet so I can not interrupt the video. So I need y'all to say hit the like button in the chat, and I'm going to show it instead of me interrupting the video and then y'all can not be mad that I'm interrupting the video to say hit the like button. So I need y'all to remind everybody to hit the like button. That will shut me up. Keep that in mind.
And the lawsuit includes pictures of herself working at this party. She alleged that during this party, she was forced to drink lace liquor and flirt with the guests. She explained that she didn't have physical engagements with these guests during this white party, but she alleged that Diddy would groom her into trafficking over time. And she alleged that this didn't start happening until Diddy demanded that she had physical relations with Jacob the Jeweler, a famous jeweler in hip-hop. In this lawsuit, she included pictures of herself with Jacob the Jeweler and alleged that she was forced to have physical relationships with him and then was paid $1,000 on top of what she would usually get paid to work at Diddy parties. She then alleged that Diddy congratulated her for having physical relations with Jacob as directed and told her job well done. Then she alleged how things just got worse from there, and she was being passed around at Diddy parties to all these different people where she was essayed multiple different times. She's also suing a woman named Tamiko Thomas, who is accused of felicitating Diddy's trafficking operation. She explained how Tamika is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Diddy. She alleged in this lawsuit that Diddy made promises to her saying that he was going to help her join a girl group to enter the music business. But she said he also would back it with forceful demands, saying that he would have her and her boyfriend blackballed if they did not follow his demands. One thing that gets me out of all of these multiple lawsuits, they all sound really, really similar. I feel like Diddy has been done, but it just keeps getting more and more and more crazy as time goes on. But you guys let me know what you guys think of this new Diddy lawsuit in the comments. Jaguar Wright told us that Diddy took out Kim Porter, and this is something that I've wholeheartedly believed since I've heard Jaguar Wright speak about this 4 years ago. Jaguar Wright alleged that Kim Porter was poisoned, and this was because she was writing a tell-all book about.
And real quick, this young lady's TikTok name is Khadijah Lynn. So I'm going to type it in the chat because I want to make sure she gets her credit. She's so awesome. So let's see. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Mess something up. Okay. So I'm gonna type her information in the chat because I want to give her her credit. So y'all give me a second because this is important. Y'all be quiet. Well, actually, I'll let it play, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to type her information in the chat, okay?
Diddy in trying to leave him. And then she said that Kim Porter's ex, Al B. Sure, was put into a coma around the same time that he was writing a tell-all book. And what literally gives me chills is Al B. Sure took to his social media after Kim Porter's passing and he wrote that she was murdered. He said, "I just found this footage from the morning that I learned of Kim Porter's and how it ripped the soul from my physical body." He said that Kim Porter just didn't check out all of a sudden because they were just at a Christmas special with Netflix for their son Quincy. And Al B. Sure wasn't lying because a couple days before Kim Porter's death, they were at a Netflix event called the Holiday Calendar for Quincy. Al B. Sure was being so vocal on social media that he knew that Kim Porter did not pass away due to pneumonia. He also said, "She sent me this. Life intimidating art. Art intimidates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said, call the FBI." After all this, Al B. Sure was really getting ready to come out with a book, and then he slipped into a coma, and he took shots just a couple months ago, basically saying that this was Diddy.
We're going to be producing the Al B. Sure life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
And now Al B. Sure took to his Instagram today to speak more publicly again about Kim Porter's passing. He said, "For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about, tagging random law enforcement agencies in the hope to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite all this, I have been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes that you are now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and a costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing."
All right, y'all stop hitting the like button. We at 261. We right now are almost at 600 people watching. So y'all stop hitting the like button. Remember, I promise to not interrupt the show if y'all keep hitting the like button. So to the new people that just came in, please hit the like button. Everybody's hitting the like button, but I know you just came in to watch, but it's okay. But please and thank you. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and I'll stay quiet as long as y'all keep hitting the like button and won't even interrupt.
It was only aimed to prevent me from sharing publicly the facts and the insights from Kim Porter that she shared with me during our frequent intimate conversations and her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life. I'll Be Sure is sharing all of this because the new memoir that came out about Kim Porter, and he's actually saying that there was somebody in Diddy's camp like Kim Porter and Diddy and all of them, someone that was around them that took these notes that she had on her computer and her cell phone and edited them to make them look like something they weren't. He said, I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into the entire group of individuals who worked at or were around the residence of Kim Porter, including publicists who assisted drafting this. It has came to my attention that these persons were instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices which contained her original book notes. Original notes are distinct from this fabricated bullshit and the offensive pages being circulated on Amazon, which depict graphic acts involving me that never took place and that was edited and added after Kim Porter's murder. Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that has been concealed. I am convinced that that evidence corroborates closely with the details outlined in the recently released public indictment document. So I'll Be Sure is saying that he thinks that they have Kim Porter's computer and her phone that were took when she passed away. Holy shit.
Corey Gamble is definitely guilty too. Corey Gamble was around when Whitney Houston died, when I think Michael Jackson died. Corey Gamble is this weird entity that is around everybody when they die, and it's weird.
Additionally, it is pertinent to note that individuals involved in this matter may also have been connected to concealing the alleged several prominent artists, a situation that has left many bewildered. Unfortunately, Kim was taken from us way too soon before she could
Yes, Corey Gamble is definitely the fixer. He's the one who allegedly comes in and gets rid of all the evidence and makes sure it doesn't get compiled enough. Yeah, I agree. Corey Gamble is definitely the fixer.
Complete her true thoughts before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses and being drugged and trafficked she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura.
Real quick. Y'all keep hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all for doing that because y'all are hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all. To the new people hitting the like. That just came in. Please and thank you. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because I've been talking about this for a while and you're not going to see nobody else talk about the things that I'm talking about, including your favorite person talking about Diddy. I got more stuff than other people. So make sure to hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel. We got a commercial break. We'll come right back. Y'all hit the like button through this commercial break.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions, dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They
this
ain't
is,
gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, the link is in the chat for you to purchase my Deep Discussions card game. This card game is for men and women and is meant to help you understand and vet the opposite sex. Because what usually happens when we are dating other people, we meet somebody online or we know somebody or we want to fly out to see them or whatever, we need to slow down a little bit and start asking them questions that will get us a better understanding of not only who they are, but where they came from. We talking about Diddy, right? We can always even look at Diddy and say he's a terrible person, but why are these people terrible people? It usually comes from their upbringing. So this card game is 80 cards in this card game. Ask fun questions that will ask the opposite sex or whoever you're dating or a family member why they are the way they are. It usually comes from their upbringing. So if you actually want to get a better result out of dating, because y'all already know it's pee in the dating pool, one of the reasons why it's pee in the dating pool is because nobody's asking the proper questions. So hit the like button, and under this video is the link to buy my Deeper Discussions card game. And I got other things on that website also. So all I want y'all to do is hit the link, is a blue link in the chat, check out what's on the website and see if it's something that you want to buy. So this card game right here is on the website, and I got other things on the website also. Just click the link and check it out. Other people in the chat that are watching, they bought my card game already. Oh, check your DM. Amazing game. If anybody has bought my card game already, drop what you think about the game after you played it in the chat real quick and let everybody know what y'all think about the game. All right, let's keep going. All right, check your DM. I'm gonna check my DM. I'm gonna check my DM. Looks like I got more information coming to me, so I gotta check my DM.
Was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. The chills I got, because this is exactly what Jaguar Wright was saying years ago, and I'll be sure has been trying to say, and now baby, he is putting it all out there. Oh my gosh. Jaguar Wright also talked about how it didn't make sense that Kim Porter had 2 autopsy reports, and after the first autopsy report, the coroner actually stepped down and then he passed away. A lot of people felt this was really weird, and when you look into Ed Winters, he has also done a lot of other weird cases that we have a lot of questions about, such as Whitney Houston, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker? Golly, they got Paul Walker too? I know he's not here anymore, but I didn't know they got him. Golly. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
Tom Petty, Brittany Murphy, and Michael Jackson. And when Jaguar Wright was talking about Kim Porter's passing, she was also talking about how all of these people, including Kim Porter, all used to work with Diddy at Uptown Records. And she explained how it was super weird because all...
Whoa! Everybody that worked with Diddy at Uptown Records is dead except for Diddy? I gotta back this up.
After the first autopsy report, the coroner actually stepped down and then he passed away. A lot of people felt this was really weird, and when you look into Ed Winters, he has also done a lot of other weird cases that we have a lot of questions about, such as Whitney Houston.
So the same coroner and Faith. Faith is alive. What do you mean, Kara? You said and Faith. Wait, what do you mean and Faith, Kara? Because Faith is still alive. And speaking of Faith, real quick, there's a possibility, according to Kim Porter's real book, according to Kim Porter's real book, Diddy sent Kim to go be with Biggie. How many of y'all ever looked at how beautiful and fine Faith Evans was, and you said to yourself, why is she with Biggie? Who ever said that? I used to say it because I used to love Faith Evans. Faith Evans was sent to Biggie to keep an eye on Biggie. And because of that, Faith Evans came back and told Diddy that Biggie and Tupac were about to start a label together. And that is the reason why Biggie and Tupac lost their lives. It was partly because of Faith Evans going back and telling Diddy what Biggie was planning to do. So Faith Evans is trash also. Speaking of Faith Evans. Faith Evans is possibly the reason why Biggie and Tupac ain't here no more, because she was running around snitching to Diddy what they was planning on doing.
Paul Walker, Tom Petty, Brittany Murphy, and Michael Jackson. And when Jaguar Wright was talking about Kim Porter's passing, she was also talking about how all of these people, including Kim Porter, all used to work with Diddy at Uptown Records.
Let's look at this real quick. I can't really see, but in the middle it's Heavy D. He's dead. Who else? Can anybody recognize these people? I just recognize Heavy D. Diddy is at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Faith Evans. Hold on, y'all. Isn't that Faith Evans? Is that Faith Evans right there? Y'all let me know. Was Faith Evans in that? Is that Faith Evans in that picture? Damn.
And she explained how it was super weird because all of these people passed away except.
So somebody says Pac is dead because he broke up with Diddy on his birthday. They were blank lovers. Actually, according to the book, they were super close because they both were allegedly having sex with Kim Porter. They were both doing the parties together, but they weren't together. And it was well, not together. They weren't doing anything together. And it was one point where Diddy wanted to do a 3-3-3 with him and Kim Porter, and Diddy tried to come on the Pac, and Pac was like, bro, if you don't get out my face. That's why they stopped talking, because Diddy tried him sexually.
I'll be sure because he ended up in a coma, but he was supposed to pass away, but all of them passed away except Diddy. And if you didn't know, Diddy started out in the music industry at Uptown Records as an intern. He ended up being fired because he hosted his first event that ended up in a tragedy. And that tragedy was called the City College Stampede, where there was a crowd crush event that happened December 28th, 1991. This event was headlined by Diddy and Heavy D, where 5,000 people tried to pack into a gymnasium where only 2,730 people could fit, and then there was a stampede and people were getting trampled all over, and 9 people lost their lives. If you go on YouTube, you can watch videos on this, but just viewer discretion is advised, because not only was there 9 people that passed away, there was 29 non-fatal injuries, and this was horrific. Diddy ended up getting sued by multiple different families that lost their loved ones in this event because they were saying that Diddy oversold this, knowing that he wasn't supposed to. This is what ultimately led to Diddy getting fired from Uptown Records, and I'm not going to lie, what Jaguar Wright said, it is pretty weird that all of them people from Uptown Records passed away, and Diddy is the only one that nothing has ever happened to.
That man is a serial blanker, I'll say. Diddy is somebody, y'all are hilarious. Diddy is a serial blanker killer. I'll just say it. Diddy is a serial blanker, y'all. This man deleted so many people. It's crazy.
The fact that Jaguar Wright shared this 4 years ago gives me chills, and now we have I'll Be Sure right now today speaking more than he has ever before. And you cannot convince me that Diddy don't know what happened to the beautiful Miss Kim Porter. But you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Jaguar Wright told us that Diddy learned everything from Clive Davis. Jaguar Wright has explained how much of a monster Clive Davis is, and she constantly says that Diddy learned everything from him. Jaguar Wright claimed that Clive Davis had something to do with Whitney Houston's unaliving because she was getting ready to leave Clive Davis's record label because she realized she was missing a whole bunch of money.
That part right there. Everybody hit the like button. I'm talking to the new people. We got another 200 people that just came in. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to my channel. A lot of y'all have not subscribed to my channel. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. This right here, another person that's not with us anymore. Clive Davis is a demon also. Sheesh.
And a lot of people thought it was terrible when Clive Davis continued to party even though Whitney Houston had just died in the same hotel. And then to add that with even more mystery, it was super weird when Whitney Houston gave this note to Brandy the night before she passed away. And honestly, I want to know what that note says more than anything honestly in the world. And then after Whitney Houston passed away, Bobby Brown's sister started saying that Whitney's death was no accident and saying that Bobby Christina was not safe.
Whitney Houston's body told anybody upon looking at it that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No, Whitney Houston, I counted at least 10 gashes in her chest alone. She had marks up and down her legs. Her fingernails were chipped. Her face was busted out. It was blown up. Yes, as if somebody was punching her in the face. Whitney Houston fought for her life.
Jaguar Wright claimed that this happened to Whitney Houston because she was trying to leave Clive Davis. And then she said the same thing happened to Bobby Christina because...
Oh, man, I forgot Bobby Christina died too. God, Lee. Bobby Christina ain't here no more either.
Bobby Christina inherited Whitney Houston's estate. And Jaguar Wright claimed that Bobby Christina's boyfriend had a meeting with Clive Davis, and this is how Clive Davis basically set it up to make the same thing happen to Bobby Christina. And just wait till you hear what Bobby Brown's sister had to say about Bobby Christina's passing.
Basically, right before Whitney was murdered, Nick was brought into the picture. And when Nick did that to Bobby Christina and she was rushed to the hospital, because after he beat her and drug her up them steps, he shot her up with something and threw her in the bathtub. Dragged her up and knocked her.
Sheesh. Real quick, y'all. The solution that will help everyone. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. All right, so Madeline said she ordered a card game. Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Ashley. She ordered a card game. Shout out to all of y'all who have already pre-ordered the mother-daughter card game or bought my Deeper Discussions card game. Shout out to y'all. And somebody asked a question. Here it is. Wow, serial killer. Where is the FBI? Well, what y'all don't realize is there are some members of the CIA that have been funding Diddy parties. Lear Cohen is a member of the CIA. We'll get into that later. I don't want to be all over the place, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So the CIA is directly connected to Diddy. So the reason why Diddy had so much power is because the CIA was on his side. So I just needed to say that. Let's get back to it. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. And make sure to hit the link that is under this video and see the pictures of the card games. Check out which card game you want and purchase it.
It was a setup. Yes. Nick was told not to let her go out of that house and to do whatever it was he got paid to do that.
Now, Jaguar Wright said that Whitney Houston's passing had to do with money and her realizing that she was getting money taken from her, so she was getting ready to leave Clive Davis. And we know that Diddy has been accused for years of not paying his artists correctly. And the same situation happened to TLC. If you remember, TLC realized
and Biggie
that they were actually broke and they weren't making money like they thought. So they actually went to Clive Davis and held him hostage because they believed that he was ripping them off. And they held him hostage at point.
Did y'all hear about that? TLC was so gangster where they actually held Clive Davis at blank point until they got what they needed. And then sadly, Left Eye ended up passing away to get him back.
And in this interview, they talk about the police coming and everything and saying Diddy is the one that snitched them out to the police. And the same thing makes sense with Diddy and Biggie. We know that allegedly Biggie was getting ready to leave Bad Boy Records, and this is why Diddy, and that's why he was gone.
Yep.
But you know, Diddy wouldn't have been the only one to lose everything if Biggie got ready to walk, because Clive Davis is the one that invested millions of dollars into Biggie Smalls.
He played me 3 or 4 cuts of this artist called Notorious B.I.G. And yeah, I gotta tell you, I did listen and I was a believer. If I weren't a believer, I would not have invested the millions of dollars that I did. Right. Finance.
Usher deleted all of his tweets after the allegations about Diddy. And
y'all heard about that? Usher deleted all of his tweets. What, 2 days ago? Usher deleted all of his tweets 2 days ago.
And we saw Diddy do the same thing with his Instagram just a couple months before the feds arrested him.
All right, these lights are down. So yeah, Pink and Usher. Y'all remember Pink? Put a 1 in chat if y'all remember the singer Pink. I used to love her music. Put a 1 in chat if y'all remember the artist Pink. And drop some popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis. Let's go.
And I feel like there was something on Twitter he really didn't want us to see, because why would you mass delete all of your tweets after you are being named in all of these allegations with
popcorn emojis? Let's go. Popcorn emojis, popcorn emojis. And if you can't comment, you got to subscribe to the channel. Then you can comment all you want to.
Diddy. Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy accused Usher and Neo of being there and watching when Diddy forcefully punched Cassie in the stomach, causing her to double over in visible pain. Dawn Richards said at this point, this is when she felt very unsafe because she noticed the amount of power Diddy had, because these celebrities never said anything about Diddy committing this crime, and they just continued to work with him after this. And that's not all. We also have the allegations of Usher being the one to bring Justin Bieber to Diddy, and this is circulating like crazy, and you cannot tell me that he has not seen this. The same crazy allegations are being...
Usher brought Justin Bieber to Diddy, knowing what type of monster Diddy is, not even was. I want y'all to think about that. Usher is the one that signed Justin Bieber. And what's crazy is Usher and Scooter Braun had a record label, and the only person that they signed was Justin Bieber. I'm going to say that again. We'll get back to this video. Usher and Scooter Braun started a record label, and the only person that they signed was Justin Bieber. Imagine a record label that only signs one person. And real quick, I want to play this about Biggie. Where's the video? Oh, it ain't here yet. Give it a second. This is getting crazy.
Brought up in Kim Porter's book how she allegedly found these tapes that Diddy had, and she's talking about a young pop star, which a lot of people are thinking is Justin Bieber. So the fact that Usher would do something so publicly like this when he is being scrutinized all over the internet really makes me think that there was something deep down that we were not supposed to see. And some people are thinking because of this that Usher might be the celebrity that's going to testify against Diddy. And I honestly don't know, but that really doesn't make sense to me why Usher would mass delete all of his tweets if he's...
Hold on. So Ashley says they started the label because Diddy was trying to get to Justin, and his managers kept Diddy at a distance, so Usher was the buffer. Yo, I'm going to read that again. Ashley says Scooter Braun and Usher went out and started a record label to make it look like they were going to make Justin Bieber famous, but through the whole time, they were trying to lure Justin Bieber to Diddy. And it actually worked. So that means Usher is trash too. Usher is trash too. So let me let y'all listen to this excerpt out of Kim Porter's book. This is about Biggie. Listen to this.
Chris and Pac were about to start their own label. Sean slammed his fist against the table, shouting, "Doesn't anyone have any fucking loyalty? On top of that, this nigga is making that move, and it should have been with me."
To sign with his record label, Rockefeller.
Guess he won't be leaving with
Jay-Z.
that nigga to do their own label now. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him. Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, "It's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. So to be clear, if something happened," XX made quotation marks with his fingers, "to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it wouldn't be considered out of your control." Wait a minute, can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. This was a hit.
Sheesh. This goes so freaking deep. Golly. Oh my God.
brought in as a witness against Diddy. And after all of these allegations about Usher being spread like wildfire all over, the fact that he would mass delete these tweets because he's a witness really doesn't make sense to me. It's more like you were mass deleting stuff because you didn't want people to start digging and find something. But I don't know, you guys let me know what you guys think about Usher mass deleting all of his tweets after all of these Diddy allegations came out in the comments. Jaguar.
All right, so real quick, y'all, we just gotta get these likes up. That's all. So to the people who have hit the like button, I'm thanking you and I appreciate you. So I'm not yelling at y'all, but we're at 600, almost 600 likes, and it's 1,230 people in here. So we need to get at least to 1,000 likes. Okay. So I need 500 of you who has not hit the like button already. Please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button right now. We're going to take a second. Everybody hit the like button. Just hit the like button and we can keep going. We need because we need about 500 more people to hit the like button. So everybody, come on. Everybody hit the like button. The likes are going up, so y'all are hitting it. Come on, keep going. There we go. There we go. There we go. We at 623 now. So we good. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. Everybody keep hitting the like button. Just keep hitting the like button. I'm watching the number go up. And I want to thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you so much. I'm not mad. I'm not yelling at y'all. I want to thank you for hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. The likes are going up. Keep hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. And thank you.
Wright said that Justin Bieber got sent by Usher to Diddy. So I went ahead and deep dived this, and honestly, this makes so much sense. So Justin Bieber was signed in 2008 by Scooter Braun and Usher, who made a record label called Raymond Braun Media Group. And as of 2024, Bieber remains the only artist to ever sign with the label. And that's super weird to me, the fact that you would make a record label and you only ever signed one artist.
What do y'all think about Usher, y'all? Usher makes great music. Usher is an amazing artist, but Usher seems to be a very important cog into the decimation of young artists. Jermaine Dupri also probably. So if you look at Usher, you look at Jermaine Dupri, you already know almost every artist Jermaine Dupri had, you know, was a kid. But what do y'all think about Usher? Do you think Usher is a co-conspirator of everything Diddy is doing? This is bad. And real quick, with my card game, we got 4 people that already bought my card game. Let's get us to 10 card games sold. So shout out to the people that already bought my card game. The link right now is in the chat. The link is under this video also. Make sure to just click the link. So everybody right now, just take a second, click the blue link that I just dropped in the chat. And if you don't see it in the chat, click the blue link that is right up under this video. It's a picture of a card game, and just check out what you see and see if it's something that you want on there and buy one of my products. That's all I ask. Just go to the website. I can tell how many people show up on the website because it shows up as visitors. Right now, I need everybody right now to click the blue link that is in the chat and check out one of my card games. That's all I need y'all to do. Go click the link real quick and buy one of the card games. Let's get the 10 card games sold. We got 4 card games sold now. So thank y'all so much. We got 4 people to buy the card game thus far. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's get 6 more people to click the blue link and buy one of my card games. I got 2 card games on the website. Go check it out. The link is in the chat. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Check out one of my card games. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get it.
Now pay attention to this, because the parent company is Universal Music Group. And in 2009, this is when Justin Bieber spent that 48 hours with Diddy. And back in 2009, Bad Boy Records also went to Universal Music Group as their...
Now, do y'all hear this right? Let me back up. This is very, 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 very important. Universal Music Group is a part of this web also. What up, Magnum ICU?
By Scooter Braun and Usher, who made a record label called Raymond Braun Media Group. And as of 2024, Bieber remains the only artist to ever sign with the label. And that's super weird to me, the fact that you would make a record label and you only ever signed one artist. Now pay attention to this, because the parent company is Universal Music Group. And in 2009, this is when Justin Bieber spent that 48 hours with Diddy. And back in 2009, Bad Boy Records also went to Universal Music Group as their parent company, which was also the parent company of Usher's record label when he hired Justin Bieber.
Y'all see that? Universal Music Group is behind all of this. So you can get mad at Diddy, you can get mad at Usher, and you know, we should, but don't forget to get mad at Universal Music Group, because those are the people who are funding all of this stuff. They funded the Diddy parties. They funded these record labels, these like underlings of Universal Music Group. And it's all put together. But the thing about it is, you don't see no white people going to jail because they got too much money. Those are the people that I want to see in jail.
Now, you guys remember when Justin Bieber was crying about Billie Eilish, saying that he just wanted to protect her from what he went through when he was in the industry at a young age? Well, she was also signed to Universal Music Group.
Oh, what's up, Lucky? Billie Eilish. I like Billie Eilish. I really like Billie Eilish. Damn, so she's connected. Damn, man. So did something happen to Billie Eilish? Most likely, yes.
And Billie Eilish had actually came out and was talking about SA of minors, including her own personal experience when she released the song Your Power. And she said it's about people, mainly men, who take advantage of individuals who are younger than them. Now, Little Rod's lawsuit against Diddy named Lucian Grange in multiple different settings. And
there we go, Lucian Grange. Drake happened to her. What Drake do to Billie Eilish? What do I not know about Drake and Billie Eilish? What Drake did what to Billie Eilish? What happened with Drake and Billie Eilish? Because Drake is trash too. Let me back this up a little bit, because this is crazy.
remember when Justin Bieber was crying about Billie Eilish, saying that he just wanted to protect her from what he went through when he was in the industry at a young age? Well, she was also signed to Universal Music Group. And Billie Eilish had actually came out and was talking about SA of minors, including her own personal experience when she released the song Your Power. And she said it's about people, mainly men, who take advantage of individuals who are younger than them. Now, Lil Rod's lawsuit
like Drake
against Diddy named Lucian Grange in multiple different settings and said that he aided and abetted Diddy in his trafficking. And that was until Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, was seeking sanctions against Lil Rod's lawyer, saying that the claims subjected him to global scorn, unfairly fingering him as a defendant in the trafficking lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs. Now, Lucian Grange is one of the most prominent executives in the music industry, and after he threatened Lil Rod's lawyers with his lawyers, he ended up being dropped from the Diddy lawsuit. So it's a super weird connection that Universal Music Group is always attached to all of these people. And
so real quick, let me give y'all some understanding of Universal Music Group, just in case you don't really understand, and we're going to come back to this video real quick.
Told you that the music industry has a really dark side. But see, you probably know that already. But how deep does the rabbit hole really go? In this video, we'll be diving deep into the rabbit hole of the music industry. Now, it's interesting with all the documents that have been coming out about Diddy, right? Because there is no longer any mention of any minors in those documents, right? But there's also no mention of an individual named Lucian Grange.
And this guy's name, his TikTok name is Beauty Marked without the A. So it's Beauty MRKED. This guy's name is called Beauty Marked on TikTok. Beauty MRKED without the A. Shout out to him.
But we'll get to Lucian here in a second. And as you can see in the indictment, prosecutors allege that since 2008, supposedly, that Combs has been part of a criminal organization that engaged or attempted to engage in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction to justice, and other offenses. But it's really interesting over the years who Diddy himself decided to associate himself with, which just so happens to ironically be a lot of people that just so happen to be on the Epstein list. But I'm sure that's no surprise to anybody. But what is really interesting is the fact that Diddy earlier this year...
We're going to go back to the girl in a second. I'm trying to show y'all the connection between Universal Music Group, Usher, Billie Eilish, and all these people. And we're going to come back to the girl.
Just so happened to allegedly hire Bobby Sternheim to replace New York City Attorney Jonathan Davis to represent him in court, which previously made headlines for defending Ghislaine Maxwell in her sex trafficking
Ghislaine Maxwell
case. And allegedly, according to some other reports, Sternheim also previously represented Osama bin Laden's henchman, Khalid al-Fawaz, in his 2015 trial over the 1998 U.S. embassy bombings in Africa that killed more than 200 people. So very interesting person for Diddy to reach out to, right? But it's also interesting because Epstein in himself was renowned to be doing those activities of his own during the 2008 time period. And right in the midst of a lot of this being put out into the public, the 2008 financial collapse just so coincidentally happened. And I'm sure something like that, especially with how big it was, would take a lot of attention off of something like that.
The 2008 financial crash was meant to take attention off of something else.
But hey, who am I to tell you the obvious, right? But how deep does the rabbit hole with the music industry really go, one might ask? Well, to discover that, we'd have to start looking at somebody like Lucian Grange. And like I mentioned, Lucian Grange in himself just so happened to coincidentally take himself out of the court case with Diddy from the allegations that were placed against him, as Lucian himself had allegations against him for financing those Diddy parties, saying that basically it's...
Y'all hear that, right? Lucian Grange was financing every Diddy party. Lucian Grange was financing every Diddy party.
Bullshit. But is it? Because if you look into a lot of history with Diddy and Lucian Grange, there's a lot of it. And just like Taylor and P. Diddy back in 2009, Lucian...
And just for the just to add a little extra, Taylor Swift's father is co-owner of BlackRock. I'll say it again. Taylor Swift's father is co-owner of BlackRock. Taylor Swift's father is co-owner of BlackRock. What the hell?
Lucian Grange and P. Diddy himself were pretty close in 2009. So how do you not know that one of your top performing artists under your label aren't performing these acts? I'm sure it's something that's just really easy to miss, right? But you know what's interesting, because Taylor Swift and herself was renowned to be at a lot of these parties. And God, when you just so happen to look into who Taylor Swift's father is, it all starts to make a lot of sense. See, I've done a video on Scott Kingsley Swift, right? And he's a very interesting individual.
Look it up yourself, y'all. Scott Kingsley Swift. Look him up.
Especially considering the fact that he just so happened to be a financial advisor for Merrill Lynch. And Scott Swift and himself was renowned to be pretty good friends with somebody named John Thane. And see, Mr. John Alexander Thane was an American financial executive and investment banker. And he was president and co-COO of Goldman Sachs, but also the CEO of the New York Stock Exchange. And Thane then became the last chairman and CEO of Merrill Lynch & Co. before its merger with Bank of America.
The stock exchange? Yo, we're done. The stock exchange.
The history of Bank of America is really interesting, by the way. But that's something we'll touch upon in another video. Now, it's interesting because John Thane was the CEO of the New York Stock Exchange during the 2008 financial collapse. But see, Goldman Sachs was criticized for allegedly misleading its investors and profiting from the collapse of the mortgage market during the 2007 and 2008 financial crisis. This led to investigations from the United States Congress and the United States Department of Justice and a lawsuit from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which definitely don't just so happen to have a lot of members that just so happen to be on the Epstein list as well. Yeah,
on the Epstein list as well. It all goes back to little girls. It all goes back to little girls.
Definitely not. You definitely can't find anything on that. But you know what's interesting about Taylor Swift and the reasons why I'm talking about Goldman Sachs and Merrill Lynch? Because right when Taylor Swift's career took off, just like in 2006, BlackRock acquired Merrill Lynch's investment managers division.
BlackRock.
Merging the two companies and expanding BlackRock's international and retail presence.
Told you. BlackRock. And BlackRock owns the entire world.
But see, Merrill Lynch received a 49.5% stake in the company, while PNC's ownership was halved. 49.5% of BlackRock, but yet none of Merrill Lynch's associates are on BlackRock's board of directors.
Golly. Shout out to Gerald Davis. Aloha from Hawaii, MLG. 4 points. 1, I believe the memoirs were accurate based on context alone. I agree. 2, those refuting the claims either are or trying to spin it. I agree. In excluding the children knowing their dad's past. Facts. Wait, you said 4 points. Where's the other points? Is it 1 point, 2 points? What's the other points, Gerald Davis? And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris, which tells you right there, Kamala Harris is mixed into all this mess also, which means Kamala Harris, well, I don't want to say it because I don't want no problems, so I'm just going to say some other words before I say the other thing. Now I'm going to say it, is the devil too. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris, the two people that tried to assassinate Donald Trump, is affiliated with BlackRock, allegedly. Bro.
And now Taylor Swift's father just so happens to be involved heavily in the music industry as well. And do you know how much money that people like her father made during the 2008 financial crisis? Let's just say that multimillionaires became billionaires within just a couple of years.
All right, real quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back. But with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. And yesterday, or either the day, it was the day before yesterday, a lot of women were saying that they were afraid to buy my Like Mother, Like Daughter card game because of what their mother may say, or their mother may not want to play the game with them. Well, I put this mother-daughter card game together in a manner that would make it where your mother would want to play the card game. Why or how? One, there's 50 cards for your mother to ask you, which makes it fair, because nobody wants to have a person just asking them a whole bunch of questions. No, your mama can ask you the same amount of questions that you can ask your mother. That's one. And then two, I formulated the questions in a way that it's not alarming, scary, or judgmental that would make your mother back away or get upset with you. So if you have a tumultuous relationship with your mother, or you have a tumultuous relationship with your teenage daughter, please buy or pre-order, because it's in pre-order right now, my mother-daughter card game. It will literally change your entire life, because the day you can forgive your mother and your mother can forgive you, and y'all can come together and learn how to operate and still have a great relationship, you know, before she goes or whatever, that could be the greatest gift that you can ever give to yourself. Imagine having a great relationship with your mother. That's a gift that keeps on giving. So the link is in the chat. The link is under this video. Pre-order my mother-daughter card game. It will be here probably late October. Get it at a discounted price, because when it actually comes out, it's going to be $200. So I'll say it again. For anybody that thinks about buying my mother-daughter card game, this is pre-order. The actual card game, when it comes out, is going to be $200. So pre-order it now for $66, $62, or so you won't be mad when it comes out and it's $200. All right, so let's go. Hold on. Mr. Lego, did you ever hear about what Kamala did to his innocent son? He is sick. I don't know who Othello. No, I don't know who Othello is. Let me know what happened. I'll try to read it. All right, so let's go back to the girl.
To make a lot of sense. But anyways, you guys remember this interview with Diddy, and he's talking to Justin Bieber, and he's telling Justin Bieber he's acting funny. Why doesn't he want to talk or hang out with him anymore? And it was super weird because Justin Bieber looks so uncomfortable. Well, I re-listened to this whole interview, and in this interview, Diddy starts talking to Justin Bieber about spending a late night with Usher after an Usher concert. Now, this interview is back in the Dirty Money era, and in this interview, Diddy is actually talking to Justin Bieber about promoting Dirty Money. Now, we know that Don Richards from Dirty Money just filed a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming all these crazy things that happened back then, and one of the things she said in her lawsuit is Diddy would ship and use minors at his parties.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get.
Why does a grown man want to hang out with a child? Y'all think about that. And then why is a grown man mad that the child doesn't want to hang out with said grown man?
In contact with me, they're all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Tell you my number.
Yeah. Okay. 5. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here to because you've been a big supporter of mine. All jokes.
The name of the girl that is presenting this information, her name is, hold on, I had it at because I want to make sure to shout her out. Give me a second and I'll let you know. I got to find it.
This right here is my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and we got the crew going around now. You in New York City, and we got the Dirty Money crew. And we wanted to make you an official member of the Dirty Money crew.
Are you serious?
There you go.
That is
Justin Bieber.
Swag.
This is your swag. And then you got to do the swag walk too.
Okay.
I got to.
Okay, so shout out to Gerald Davis. He had 2 points, so I'm going to do both points. I'm gonna do all 4 points for him. So the first 2 points he said was, 1, I believe the memoirs were accurate based on the context alone. I agree. The next is he says those refuting the claims either are trying to spin it, including the children knowing that their dads passed. Right. Exactly. The kids, the grown kids are complicit with everything Diddy did. And then he comes back with part 3.3. Diddy used control and manipulation through turning them out for his benefit because he was groomed to do so by the elites. Perhaps this was a CIA agenda covertly as they tried with the crack. Yes. And I talked about all of that. Totally agree. I totally agree.
Show you the swag walk. And Scooter, Scoop, manager, mogul, extraordinaire.
All right. So the name of this young lady's video, her name is Khadijah Lynn, KADISHALYNNNN. That's her name.
You too. I just got much cooler. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Dirty money. Okay, so when we walk down the streets of New York, we hit them like this. So me and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher.
Now, all of this isn't even including the fact that the same thing happened to Usher, and he admitted how he went to Diddy and he spent 4 months with Diddy, and he was shown drugs and a whole bunch of crazy, freaky things happening when he was a young boy. All of this stuff that Jaguar Wright is saying about Usher bringing Justin Bieber to Diddy is making a lot of sense. And I still don't care to this day. The one thing that gives me chills is the song Lonely.
Whoa. Whew. Glad I caught that. Girl almost got my channel taken. Sheesh.
Think about all this in the comments.
I never thought I'd say this, but it looks.
All right, everybody, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. The likes stopped. Where are the likes right now? All right, so we need to get we're at 800 likes. Everybody who has not already hit the like button right now. Everybody hit the like button. Y'all stop hitting the like button. Everybody who has not hit the like button, please hit the like button. Please and thank you. Everybody hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel.
Looks like my ex-husband and P. Diddy have something in common, and that's Rico. So I might.
So her ex-husband was like some gangster. Just keep up.
Understand this more than most people that aren't an attorney, because I had to understand it, and I ended up marrying him during this case. So here's what you need to understand about that. RICO is racketeering. My ex-husband was represented by the son of the attorney that represented Jimmy Hoffa. The son also represented a lot of the local Detroit Teamsters and Hoffa's associates. So this is some gangster mafia stuff that they're talking about here. But this is why I don't think P. Diddy is going to get away with this, and why he might not even make it through his prison or jail stay. Because what happens is, when my ex-husband was arrested, it was a state charge. And the state comes for you. They have an informant, they suspect you of a crime, and then after they arrest you, they build a case. When the feds come for you, that means they have already built a case. You are in big trouble. You're probably not going to get away with it. Here's why. When they take you up on RICO charges, they already know who your associates are, and everybody's going to have the choice to fold, and this is too big. It's going to unravel everything. They are not going to want P. Diddy to make it to trial. I should know, because when all of this was going on with my ex-husband, he was very much in a hurry right when he got bonded out for us to get married.
Everybody drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis if you are enjoying this live stream. Spam the chat with popcorn emojis if you are enjoying this live stream.
I understand now that it probably wasn't about love. It was to get it so that I couldn't testify. There was an informant that ratted him out that had their own problems. I think they gave him up for whatever they were trying to get out of, and they didn't realize how big the operation was because they only watched my ex-husband for probably a month or so, I believe, and they didn't get the feds involved. Now, sometimes the feds don't get involved and build a case on you because of who you know and what you got. Diddy's already on you-know-what watch as of, I think, today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right on this one.
Sean Puffy Combs, from the white power structure perspective, is guilty of committing celebrity crimes while no longer being relevant to the white power structure. One thing we know about racism in Black
It's no problem, Sherelle. It's popcorn worthy, 1000%.
Celebrities. When you are no longer a benefit to us, we no longer provide you with the protection you need to operate above the law.
That's what happened with Diddy.
That went for Michael Jackson. That went for Prince. That went for Whitney Houston. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, now Sean Puffy Combs. This is why when LeBron James retires from the NBA, he's going to have to be more careful. You have to be more careful when you're no longer the man. You have to be more careful when you're no longer on top, because when you are no longer of earning potential for us, when we can no longer flip a quick dollar off you, we send you back to the plantation to be with the rest of the Negroes.
Real quick, Cash App is $Aaron1000 and it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Make sure to contribute to the channel if you're enjoying this content. It could be $5, $10. Buy me lunch for the day. If you're enjoying the time that you spend with me when you come to my channel, I appreciate you hanging out with me. But if you enjoy it, contribute to the channel. $5, $10. Drop a Cash App. $AARON is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Contribute to the channel, y'all.
We're no longer special. Get out the house, go back to the plantation. And when you back on that plantation with the rest of Black America, you will be treated and viewed just like the rest of Black America. How dare you do this to me? Look at what I've done for you. I've remade hip hop for you. It doesn't matter, Puff Daddy. You ain't had a hit in years. You ain't been musically relevant to the white power structure in years. Puffy should have been more careful about his behavior. Although none of us, including me, would ever condone or excuse domestic abuse. When you no longer matter to them, they no longer matter to you.
Facts.
And speaking of Whitney Houston, you feel like she was killed, right?
Yes. Yes. Whitney Houston was murdered because she was no longer of value to the music company that owned her. Whitney Houston wanted her masters. She wanted her publishing. She wanted an audit on her money, and she was not going to get it. Whitney Houston was murdered. Michael Jackson was murdered because he was no longer of value to his company. He owned half of the Beatles catalog. He did not plan on selling it. The reason he was going to go on tour was to make enough money to satisfy the debt that his music company put him into, and he was put into that debt with his Invincible album. They sabotaged the Invincible album on purpose, putting Michael Jackson into debt so he'd have to give them back the Beatles catalog. Owning the Beatles catalog basically made Michael Jackson 50% owner of that music company, and they hated him for it. How dare you manipulate your way with your economic genius, Michael Jackson? With your economic genius, how dare you manipulate your way into 50% ownership of the most powerful music company in the world? They
yeah, he got Kamala and Obama at these parties. Do you know Kamala Harris was a groupie? She was like Superhead. She was just an industry thought, and she dated different rappers and celebrities. Montel Jordan is one of them. And the way she got into politics is when she was 24 years old, she actually got into a relationship with a 66-year-old man, and a 66-year-old man was a governor of New York or something like that. I forgot what he was a governor of, but he got her into politics. So the reason why Kamala Harris is running for president right now is because she was in a relationship with, in her 20s, with a 66-year-old politician, Willie Brown. Yes, she was in a relationship with Willie Brown. So she was getting passed around like all these other women were. But the difference between her is she got up under a politician's thumb, and next thing you know, he pushed her up the ladder instead of holding her down, what a lot of men usually do. So she was a thought, just like Superhead was. Look it up. Willie Brown and Kamala Harris. Look it up. He was old as I don't know what, and she was in her 20s. And y'all want this thought to be president? No hell. Not on my goddamn watch. And shout out to Marlene. Thank you so much for the $10 cash App. Shout out to Marlene. I appreciate you.
Murdered Michael Jackson. He should have never come back to the LA Staples Center to practice for those concerts. He was
Montel Williams? I thought it was Montel Jordan. Okay, Montel Williams. Okay.
living with his brother in Dubai. He should have stayed his ass in the Middle East. Michael Jackson is my all-time favorite recording artist. Tupac Shakur is my all-time favorite rapper. Whitney Houston is my all-time favorite female vocalist. And all three were murdered by the music industry with complicity from the white power structure and the FBI. And on that Michael Jackson note, did you just see how his so-called son, the white boy Prince Michael, is not willing to give Mother Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother, needs some money?
And to go a little farther in what Umar is saying, do y'all know that Michael Jackson was Diana Ross's little boyfriend, and Diana Ross was dating Michael Jackson when he was 14? Diana Ross was dating Michael Jackson when he was 14. There is video of her and Michael Jackson like on stage when he won one of his awards. Michael Jackson started dating some white chick, and Diana Ross was on stage presenting the award, and the white chick and Michael Jackson was standing next to each other, and she kind of like pushed herself between the two because Diana Ross was still in love with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson and Diana Ross were in a relationship with each other, and he was like a child. This goes so deep.
And Michael Jackson's fake Caucasian son won't give his black grandmother any of his so-called father's money. That's happening right now.
Yeah, Brooke Shields. Yeah, he was with Brooke Shields. Yes.
Yes, the white boy won't give his Michael Jackson's mother no money. They in court right now. And this is why we got to stop the bunny.
Man.
Yes. Yes.
That's disgusting.
It's correct. How you ain't going to take care of that man's mother? How you ain't going to take care of that man's mother?
He was also with Lisa Marie Presley. Yep. Totally agree.
But I'm going to go to Vanessa Bryant. Same offense. No disrespect to Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's widow. But Kobe's mother and father just sold his NBA championship ring.
Because they broke.
They just sold it. Why? Because they need capital to live. They're elders. They need some money. From what I've heard, Vanessa Bryant ain't giving them a dime. Kobe Bryant left her almost $1 billion. And you mean to tell me that you don't have enough decency, enough respect to float Kobe Bryant's mother and father $1 million? Even if it's one time, Art. Even if it's one time. I don't really like y'all. I don't really mess with y'all. Y'all son told me not to be bothered with y'all. But because you are his parents, because he would have never.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. Oh my.
This is Kim Porter's book when she was pregnant with her twins.
Everyone is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. My heart sank in my chest. Everybody is going to want to what? Well, everybody, you know, Will, Jada, XXX, Sean, I'm having your baby. He verbally waved me off. This is the kind of thing I have to do in order to continue giving you this comfortable lifestyle. I was going to be gang banged at 9 months pregnant. I just blurted it out. I'm pregnant. The air in the room was as thick as J-Lo. He was quiet. What is he thinking? He asked the obvious question. Are you sure? I spoke rapidly. I was on the pill. I'll get rid of it. Wonderful. This is great. I was so confused. Huh? You're not mad? He laughed. Mad? No. Why would I be mad at this wonderful news? I'm going to be a dad with the woman I love bearing my child. What could possibly be better? He jumped right on the phone and called one of his besties. I could hear Will Smith congratulating him. Sean said, yeah, definitely. Hold on, Kim, baby. I was still in awe of the fact that he didn't get angry. And yes, I will admit, I was sure he was going to hit me. So it was with relief when I replied, yes. He told me excitedly, we got to have a party. His excitement was contagious. I was really excited too. Yes, a gender reveal. And he cut me off. Yes, of course, we're doing all of that. Everyone is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. We can't make this up. Hold on. Let me just read that again. We gotta have a party. His excitement was contagious. I was getting.
Thank you so much, Tracy, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. I mean, Cash App. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Getting really excited too. Yes, a gender reveal. And he cut me off. Yes, right with the same excitement. Well, everybody, you know, Will, I tried to speak. Sean, he cut me off. I provide everything anyone could ever want.
So that is from the book. Here's another excerpt from the book.
Chris and Pac were about to start their own label. Sean slammed his fist against the table, shouting, doesn't anyone have any fucking loyalty? On top of that, this nigga is making that move, and it should have been with me.
To sign with his record label, Rockefeller.
Guess he won't be leaving with that nigga to do their own label now. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him. Sean sighs. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, it's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection. So to be clear, if something happened, XX made quotation marks with his fingers to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it wouldn't be considered out of your control. Wait a minute, can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. This was a hit.
Shout out to Gerald Davis. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Final point. Did notice from the memoir, Diddy would offer Kim up as a sexual token to his intended potential conquest. Side note, Michael Jackson's song I Can't Help It was about Diana Ross. Usher's Can We Get Freaky was about Diddy. I gotta listen to that. I gotta listen to that. Shout out to Gerald Davis. Thank you so much for this Cash App.
It's true.
For the super chat.
Without you. Because if y'all don't give birth to Kobe Bryant, he never becomes my husband. I'm never in this financial position. Because of that, let me give you $1 million. Let me throw him $5 million. I'm not giving you no more, but I'm going to give you $5 million, but you can't come back again. Can we agree on that? Can we sign a non-disclosure? I'm going to give you this $5 million, but y'all can't come back. Fine. Give us the $5 million.
Number one, I've been knowing him a long time. And we was friends. We're not enemies, but we were friends. He's not a dummy. So he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, this man right here, he been involved with the FBI and most of his career. Shit, he got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with drug money, President Obama, got him out of prison.
Obama got who out of prison? I forgot. Yo, this is hilarious. Can Diddy change his gender identity and transition so he can go to a female prison? That is hilarious.
Drug money, President Obama got him out of prison. So it's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just close.
So who got Obama? Wait, let me back up a little bit.
FBI and most of his career. Shit, he got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with drug money, President Obama, got him out of prison. So it's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just crawl in the corner and die. He probably going through a lot of shit right now because he probably going through a lot of withdrawals for the drugs. But the industry got him on drugs. My artist, one of the worst mistakes I could have made was protecting my artist is doing a deal at Interscope. When my artist used to pull up in Valet, the Murdoch building, they'd get out, they'd smell like weed. When they clothes would smell like weed. When they made it to any office, it would smell like weed. Those guys, for my artists, they introduced cocaine to my artists. So once they got on cocaine, once they got on drugs, once they got on alcohol, and that's when the weird stuff happened. And I think that's what took Puffy down that lane. Then you got to remember, Clive Davis, Russell Simmons, Andre Harrell.
Clive Davis, Russell Simmons, Andre Harrell.
Simon, come on.
You better believe it. Alcohol, drugs. He compromised his manhood. Because he was taught that. He got Usher as a kid. They never recorded no songs, but alcohol, drugs, sex. Justin Bieber. And see, they do these things to take control. They're not doing, there's nothing wrong with being gay. If you choose to be gay, that's your preference. But they doing this to people for control. It's a power situation.
I ain't seen there one of y'all bitch ass niggas motherfucking at the courthouse with his sons.
Tell me what y'all think about this. Do you agree or disagree with this? Drop it in the chat. Do you agree or disagree with this? Drop it in the chat.
Puff was y'all brother. These was y'all nephews. And y'all ain't got no moral support for these kids? And I know that grown man don't call them kids. Pac and Big died at 24 and 25. They was kids to us now. Right? Ain't none of y'all niggas Buster, Jay-Z, LL, none of y'all niggas got no moral support. Ray J, all y'all punk ass niggas. Y'all ain't got no moral support for Puff kids to walk with them in that courtroom. Mary J. Blige, Naomi Campbell. None of y'all. I don't care what that nigga did. All y'all was running with that nigga. All y'all was at his parties. Jermaine Dupri, Usher. All y'all party with this nigga. Terrence J. All y'all niggas party with Puff. And none of y'all sat there and went. All y'all DJs that got a check. Ciroc Boy niggas. Kenny Burns.
Do y'all agree or do y'all disagree with him?
All y'all. Ain't none of y'all gonna go to court for this nigga? Y'all know what it mean to go to court and support people? I don't care what he charged for. I ain't seen there one of y'all.
Right here, Mr. Lucia Grange. The reason why Abel Tesfaye, aka the...
Hold on, where's the other video?
Since the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs on federal charges and... Well, it's been 1 week since the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs on federal charges, and living behind bars is the exact opposite of what he has been used to. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is a place that's been described as hell on earth. Fox 5's Lisa Evers is at MDC right now with more on this. Lisa, what's the update?
Well, Bianca, we're here at the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC. It's a federal jail that houses criminal kingpins and killers who are awaiting the resolution of their cases. Now, for the first time in his life, accused sex trafficker Sean Diddy Combs spent the weekend here behind bars in solitary confinement and on suicide watch. MDC is a tough place, so rough you can hear detainees shouting even on the streets. There are constant lockdowns due to violent outbreaks, but former detainees I spoke with tell me that the experience here for Diddy will be different. Like other first-time celebrity defendants, he's reportedly under suicide watch, basically naked except for hospital paper, throwaway clothing, and rubber shower shoes. He's under 24 hours.
That's the alarming part.
Shout out to Lisa Evers. She says
we weren't meant to be.
Wrong video. What's the video?
Has paper clothing. Damn, no more mink coats. No more bum on. Damn, what?
Suicide watch, basically naked except for hospital paper throwaway clothing and rubber shower shoes. He's under 24-hour watch and kept separate from all other inmates. He has a bed with a blanket and no pillow. There are no
a bed with a blanket but no pillow? That's crazy.
24-hour watch and kept separate from all other inmates. He has a bed with a blanket and no pillow. There are no electronic devices, but if he's lucky, he'll have the use of a radio for a short time. After being
I totally agree with you, Anthony. He should have thought about that a long time ago.
denied bail twice by 2 federal judges, he's expected to stay here until his trial, and this could limit his ability to prepare his defense. Many criminal defense attorneys say he's fighting a mountain of evidence and tough prosecution from the government's all-female team, from the government's all-female team, from the government's all-female team. I spoke with federal trial attorney Philip Hamilton, and he tells me when a defendant is behind bars at MDC, it's much more difficult to work on their defense, no matter who they are.
Even in terms of just being able to converse with his lawyer, he's going to be doing it down in the regular waiting room with everyone else. You know, I can tell you from my experience there were times when I would go to interview clients, let's say during the course of R. Kelly's trial, I would see him right there speaking with his lawyers, just the same as everyone else was down there speaking with their lawyers and business.
Now, other defense attorneys tell me that with this particular jail, there are other issues as well that present difficulties to putting together an effective defense, namely the lack of reliable Wi-Fi or high-speed Wi-Fi. And in a case like Diddy's, which prosecutors say has hundreds of terabytes of data involved in the evidence, that could present a real problem. Now, he can continue to appeal the no bail decision, but that may take too long.
And his lawyers have to stop blaming and excusing and talking about how difficult the experience is, because here's what a judge is going to say. If you were so concerned about what these filthy living conditions would be like in a detention center, if you were so concerned about your safety, you wouldn't have obstructed justice. You would not have, according to the government, created victims over a sustained period of time. Until he changes his message, more problems are going to follow.
And Diddy allegedly has been accused of using different drugs in the past. Even prosecutors have said on the night he was arrested that there was allegedly pink cocaine in his hotel room. Do you think that there's any chance he could be going through withdrawals during his adjustment behind bars right now?
There's no question. People who know they're going to prison who have been on medications, either illegal or illegal, it would be wise to understand the Bureau of Prisons might not prescribe you what you like. And if you're taking illegal drugs, unless you're engaging in the prison hustle, you're not going to get it. It would be easier to get the drugs and engage.
I don't feel sorry for this piece of crap at all. I hope he's suffering because that's what prison is supposed to be. I hate it when these stupid people come up and start talking about how terrible it is in prison. It's supposed to be terrible in prison. It's prison or jail. Who cares?
In the prison hustle and general population, but not when you're on lockdown for 23 hours a day. So certainly it is a brutal adjustment if you are on no drugs, but certainly if you are withdrawing, isolated 23 hours a day without getting things that you can get the snap of a finger, it makes the decision or
facts.
The process that much harder, which is why I can assure you, based on what happened with Epstein, the high profile nature of the failures of this prison in the past, including some judges not even sending prisoners there because they were so concerned about their safety, you can expect staff is watching him, not 22, 23, 24 hours a day. They do not want more problems.
But do you believe that his life could be in danger if he's ever released into the general population?
I don't think, at least for quite some time, if convicted, that he'll be released to the general population. There are prisoners who like headlines, who loathe sex offenders, who might loathe him as a celebrity. The Bureau of Prisons cannot have any problems at this time. So if he's ever in general population, it will be quite some time. By then, we'll have forgotten about this case. As we love stardom, eventually we're going to forget about this case and move on to something else. He is totally isolated.
And someone who was worth hundreds of millions, even reported $1 billion before, do you think it'll present any type of problem that he could end up getting any type of special treatment?
Certainly, there could be staff who admire him, sycophants who want to kiss up to him in predictable fashion because he's a celebrity. There will be some prisoners totally enamored by him. Some won't care. So you could expect at some point prisoners could offer, it could be drugs. We see iPhones that are very pervasive inside of these prisons.
Yeah. It's a part in this lawsuit where she alleges that she was at a dinner with Neo, Usher, and Jimmy Iovine, and Diddy. He punched Cassie in the stomach and no one did anything. How you feel about that?
They were part of the dinner and they watched Cassie get abused in front of Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing.
Sir, you ain't do nothing either. Shut up. See, this is the problem I have with some of these people. a lot of these people were around Diddy, and they have they get offended when Diddy does this, but they don't get offended when Diddy does this. Diddy's a piece of crap. So anybody, including that dude sitting here gaining clout off of Diddy, is trash. Why? Because at the end of the day, yo ass was around Diddy when he did when he when he blanked Biggie. He was a part of the security team. So how dare you turn around and say that Usher and Neo didn't do nothing? Your ass didn't do nothing. And you were like security. Shut up.
To stop what he had did to Cassie.
You didn't stop what he did to Biggie. Shut your fat ass up.
Now that's just crazy right there, bro.
But okay, what about Biggie? That's just crazy right there, bro. How about that? And then Tupac. What about that? Huh? Shut your fat ass up.
Let me ask you a question, chat. If you out to dinner with your boss and you see your boss brings his girl and he slaps his girl, do you jump in? Do you stay quiet? Or do you be like, you just mind your fucking business? See, that's an interesting thing where it's like,
Came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.
Here is some deep Diddy shit. Read the headline and read what's right below it.
Diddy sued by the cartel.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so just stay with me. Now, Alfredo P. Gonzalez is a member of the Sinaloa cartel. He is currently serving time in Colorado. Now, he filed a lawsuit back in August against Diddy for $666,000 because he says that Diddy caused him reputational damage that cost him his contacts in New York for his illicit business. Now, the judge quickly dismissed this suit because you can't sue for losing money for illegal activities, but let me talk to you about what's in the lawsuit. So according to Alfredo, Diddy's people reached out to him saying that he wanted to set up a deal with the Sinaloa cartel. And they responded with, "We're always happy to help supply party favors to the rich and famous." But then he was told that they weren't looking for those types of substances. They wanted young boys and girls for a
they wanted young boys and girls
party in New York. And he responded with, "We don't get into S trafficking. There's no money to be made there." Apparently, they continued to press, offering Alfredo to be able to come and watch these parties. He said he wanted no part of this, and they threatened him with how much power that Diddy had on the streets and that they were going to make his life hell. Now, remember, you're talking about a cartel member, so he said he didn't really care what Diddy's people had to say, and he wasn't worried. Bring it on. Well, this lawsuit basically claims that because of what Diddy did, defaming his reputation, that he lost a lot of key contacts, which caused his profits to drop substantially.
Yo, drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. All right, Sherelle. So now you're enjoying the content. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That's hilarious. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat and hit the like button. Hit the like button and drop popcorn emojis in the chat. Hit the like button. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat.
Specifically in New York. Anyways, we're going to keep covering this. Hit that follow button if you don't already.
Okay, look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there.
Ain't no whistleblower. Man, whatever.
Sure, it was a lot easier to hide what was going on behind closed doors. But Taylor Swift and herself is a whole nother rabbit hole that we're not going to dive into right now. But I just want you to know that there's a lot of people in the music industry that definitely know about what was going on. You feel me? And with Taylor Swift, well, let's just say a plant can easily be watered. If you know, you know.
Oh, Dirty Diana. Yes, Dirty Diana was also about Diana Ross. So remember earlier I talked about how Michael Jackson was in an incestual relationship with old ass Diana Ross. He made a song called Dirty Diana, and it was about Diana Ross.
And when it comes to money, anybody can be consumed by the industry. And it's funny because people like P. Diddy were those exact individuals. What, you think P. Diddy made all of his money from music? And if you don't think by now that Diddy was the Epstein of the music industry, then you're truly choosing to be delusional. But see, just like Epstein, there's always figures of higher authority. There's always going to be the puppets that are truly pulling the strings, right? And I'm not going to confirm whether or not Lucian is one of those individuals, but I'm pretty sure it's obvious to figure out for yourself.
Lucian Grange was definitely one of them.
Now see, Lucian himself, right, he grew up in a what family in North London? And I'm sure that's to no surprise. And see, in 2008 as well, ironically, Grange received the Music Industry Trust Award, which recognizes the world's most successful music executives.
All right, y'all, we need 50 more likes, and then we'll get to 1,000 likes, and I'll leave y'all alone having to do with the likes. So I need 50 more people, at least 50 more people, to hit the like button. Can we get 50 more people to hit the like button right now? Let's get, all right, so come on, everybody hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes right now. Let's go. Everybody who is watching, hit the like button, and let's get the likes up. All right, we're at 971. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So we're at 971. Come on, 30 more likes. Let's go. We're at 980. Man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're doing this in real time. All right, real quick. Now we're at 981. Hit the like button again. We're at 988. We almost there. Let's get to 1,000 likes in real time, y'all. Let's go. All right. Come on. We need 12 more likes. Let's go. 994. Let's go. I love it. Come on, everybody hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes in real time. Come on. Boom. Thank you so much. We are at 1,000 likes officially. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And he was also knighted in the 2016 birthday honors for services to British business and inward investment. And in 2016 as well, he was inaugurated to appointment to the Order of the British Empire and Knight Bachelor. So of course, knighted by the Queen. I'm sure that's no surprise. If you don't know of the controversial history of the Queen of England herself,
thank you so much. We appreciate you, Mr. Lego. I appreciate you.
Then you really need to get in touch with reality.
Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for y'all, I would have to go get a job and do some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate like pouring into my community and helping my people. And, you know, because like I say, I do coach people. I do one-on-ones. I have a coaching group. I help women and I offer products that is helpful to my community. So I'm not saying doing a video about Diddy is helping my community, but it's things like this that I offer to my community that is helpful. And it makes me feel good when y'all reciprocate and let me know how much y'all appreciate me. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Because that in itself is a very deep rabbit hole to dive into. And if anybody would like me to do that in the future, I gladly will. But see, Lucian in himself is also just taking a step up that ladder. And once you continue to go up that ladder, there's no coming back down. Especially not when you just so happen to get to individuals like Leor Cohen.
So right here, I want y'all to look at this picture right here. These are the Migos. And look at what Leor Cohen is holding up. Do y'all see? And as you already know, Takeoff is no longer here anymore. So when you see Leor Cohen, best believe somebody either died already or they're about to die in the near future. Any other picture you see with a person that is a rapper and you see Leon Cohen taking a picture of him, that means somebody is about to die in the near future. I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Pun intended.
Gotta love that hand sign right there, right? See, this Leora Cohen right here, which just so happens to be ironically standing right next to Diddy. Now see, Leora Cohen and Lucian Grange in real life are pretty damn good friends. Primarily because UMG, aka Universal Music, which Lucian Grange just so happens to be the CEO of, is a big partner of YouTube and YouTube Music. And Leora Cohen is obviously the global head of music at Google and YouTube. So do know, it's eventually all connected, okay? But see, Cohen joined Google at the end of 2016, right? And he previously acted as CEO of 300 Entertainment, which he co-founded.
And Kevin Lyles just stepped down as the president of 300 Music. Keep that in mind.
Which definitely, wink wink, isn't directly connected to the Queen or anything. We'll do another video on that eventually. But as of right now, I want to primarily talk about Leora Cohen, okay? See, Cohen worked on the label side of the music industry, like it says here, at companies including Warner Music, we'll get to them here in a second, Def Jam, Island Def Jam, and of course 300 Entertainment, like I mentioned. And see, during that time, right, Def Jam was under Polygram and Universal. During Cohen's time at Def Jam, right, he worked with a brand new roster of successful rappers like Redman, Method Man, Jay-Z, we'll get to that eventually in another video, DMX, Ja Rule, and Ludacris himself. Cohen also oversaw custom label deals with Rockefeller Records, Murder Inc., Disturbing the Peace, and others. But in 1998, when he just so happened to leave Def Jam, right, Polygram was purchased by Seagram and merged into Universal. And see, during that time, a special little somebody had a pretty good relationship. But see, Leora Cohen himself during his time in the music industry was the victim of a lot of allegations as well, including a couple from John Homston, a retired CIA agent, which a couple of years ago admitted on national Russian television, allegedly saying that the CIA was supposedly behind the creation of the 1980s hip-hop scene and financed major hip-hop acts, including NWA and other acts as well, stating that allegedly the government...
Remember I told you that Leora Cohen is an ex-CIA agent?
Government at the time spent big money, serious money on this covert operation destined to further division and corrupt the American youth to nihilist anti-establishment and anti-American ideologies.
Y'all hear that, right? Leora Cohen, Lucian Grange, and these other billionaires got together and created rap music. It wasn't black people that we created the culture, the swag, the clothes, stuff like that, how we wore our clothes, but they actually created rap music, not us.
Also saying that allegedly famous hip-hop songs of the legendary hip-hop outfit NWA were even scripted by a team of psychologists and war propagandists of the CIA. Mentioning these lyrics right here and saying that other nihilist and anti-establishment lyrics were intended to unleash a wave of cynicism towards authorities, allegedly promote the use of heavy drugs, and induce the youth of revolutionary counter-establishment ideas. With the retired CIA agent also allegedly claiming that the social engineering maneuver was extremely successful. Also stating that allegedly their mission was to use teenage angst to their advantage and turn Generation X into a decadent, pro-drug, and anti-establishment culture that would support...
He literally said, social engineering, rap music is a product of social engineering. No, I'm not even going to say that. Rap music is social engineering. Rap music is social engineering. None of these rappers had no damn enough money to distribute this damn music all over the world. White people did that shit.
Supposed to create uprisings and further division within society. Also saying that they allegedly infiltrated mainstream radio to promote their music and reach millions of people every day. But here's the thing, right? That retired CIA agent John Homston claimed that Leora Cohen, commonly known as the tall Israeli who runs hip-hop,
Leora Cohen, listen,
was allegedly a CIA asset.
Told you. Leora Cohen is a CIA asset. This is the reason why Diddy has been able to get away with anything he ever wanted to do. And to go back to this, I know I played this before already, but this is about the protection. Listen to this, the protection part.
Chris and Pac were about to start their own label.
Remember, listen to, I'm no longer able to protect Biggie. How is Diddy able to protect anybody? Because Lear Cohen and Lucian Grange were a part of the CIA that protected all of the rappers from going to jail.
Slammed his fist against the table, shouting, "Doesn't anyone have any fucking loyalty?" On top of that, this nigga is making that move, and it should have been with me.
To sign with his record label,
Mhm.
Rockefeller. Jay-Z also was at the table, according to the book.
Guess he won't be leaving with that nigga to do their own label now. If he leaves, he takes all the money I invested into creating him.
So, for those who aren't aware, the reason why Biggie and Tupac almost died in the same month is because Biggie and Tupac were both about to take over the music industry, and Jay-Z, Diddy, Suge Knight, all three of them were the big three when it came to record companies. And Biggie was with Diddy, and Diddy had no other artists, not no other rap artists. And Snoop, Dre, I think only Snoop and Dre was up under death row. So if freaking Biggie and Tupac left both of those record labels, and Biggie was able to tell or show Tupac how they were, well, not they, Diddy was behind him getting shot the first time, it would have been a barrage of diss tracks with Biggie and Tupac on the same songs. They would have annihilated Bad Boy. They would have annihilated Death Row, and nobody else would have been there to retaliate or lyrically, because Snoop is dope, but Snoop isn't a diss rapper. So it would be nobody between Bad Boy and Death Row to actually respond to Biggie and Tupac dissing both record labels, because nobody else was bigger than those two.
Showing size. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off his death would blow away all the money we made so far. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Sean continued, "It's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection."
I want y'all to think about this. Imagine you delete a person, and then after the person is dead, you turn around and get their wife, Faith Evans, and then y'all run around, "Every step I take, we miss you, Big. Every move I make, we love you, Big." And you're the one who deleted them. And Faith Evans was Diddy's co-conspirator. Faith Evans never wanted to be with Biggie. Faith Evans was planted into Biggie's life and married Biggie and had a baby with Biggie specifically to end Biggie.
So to be clear,
because she had a baby with Biggie, Faith gets paid from Biggie's estate because she has a baby with him.
Something happened, XX made quotation marks with his fingers, to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it wouldn't be considered out of your control. Wait a minute, can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. This was a hit.
So I got more, but I got some stuff I got to do because I'm getting so much information sent to me all at one time where I can't make one show. I'll be on here for like 2 days in a row. So I'll be back tomorrow. So if you have not already subscribed to my channel and you like my content, make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I go live. I have so much information that I cannot put all this information into one live stream. So we're going to do the next part tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have not already hit the like button, hit the like button. And a lot of you did not buy my Deeper Discussions card game. We got to 8 people today to buy my card game. Thank you for the people who bought my card game. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and buy one of my card games. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. And I want y'all to go to the blue link that I just dropped in the chat and check out my 2 card games plus my book and check them out. Have a good evening. Faith had part in it. Yeah, Faith was literally a co-conspirator to all of this. But y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Hampton. Enjoy your day. And buy one of my card games. I promise you, you won't regret them when they come to your door. You're going to be like, wow, this is the best thing I ever bought. One of the best things I ever bought in my life. Y'all buy clothes, shoes, outfits, but buy my card game. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter, therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother, without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing.